What is up, YouTube? Today we're going to be going over a man-beating route combination that is basically unstoppable if they're in man defense. First, check out the join button. Be sure you guys join today for a full defensive ebook. You can check it out. It's right beside the subscribe button if it is available. Otherwise, just go check it out on your desktop or some other platform, okay? So in today's playbook, we're in the Atlanta Falcons offensive playbook. We're going into this gun spread double flex using PA read. So we'll choose PA read first. Let's talk about personnel. We got Alvin Kamara, running back apprentice. Okay, he gets 4 additional routes in the running back position. So we got Tyreek Hill in the slot. Speed is king in this game. Then we got Devonta Adams with route technician running this Z route or this post route, whatever you guys want to call it. So PA read is the play. Let's go ahead and get into big dime 146 cover 1 robber. We'll press, this should be nothing new right here. Press, shade over top, shade inside, and go ahead and drop these guys into curl flat. Sometimes I'll drop this guy and user a Cordy, but for simplicity's sake, I'm just gonna put bricks onto a spy and hop onto a wise. I don't even know who that is. All we're gonna do, this is for you guys that have running back apprentice. Later in the video, I'll explain you what you can do if you don't have running back apprentice, but we're gonna put him on a Texas route, and we're just gonna snap the ball. This is a pretty good quick snap play, and we're gonna look for either Tyreek Hill, basically right off the line, or Devonta Adams with a little bit more time, or Alvin Kamara, or lastly Travis Kelce, kind of depending on how well he beats his man. So we're gonna go and snap this ball. I know I can hit the angle route. I know I can hit this crosser. That time we throw a little late, but you can see a low point pass, easy dot all day, every day. Let's go and put Texas route out there again. And let's look for Devonta Adams. Devonta Adams is about 50-50. Sometimes he beats his man, sometimes he doesn't. But when he does beat his man, it's a one-play touchdown. For you guys that play MUT, speed. Okay, if you can have somebody obviously faster than Devonta Adams with, I don't know, 89 some crap speed, slower than a snail, it's going to be a lot more successful. And I know Tyreek Hill meets this deep route running, and so he would be another good addition, or Brandon Cooks as well. There's other guys out there. I'm just not a MUT guru by any means. But we'll look for Devonta Adams and kind of pray that he beats his man coverage right here. So again, this is a press, shaded over top. You can see right there, bang, dot. Every time, okay? The reason he beats his man right there is because he doesn't have one step ahead, all right? If he has one step ahead, it's going to be a little bit more difficult of a pass to throw. So we'll look for Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce, again, it's one of those routes that's about 50-50. But I know Alvin Kamara is 100% of the time gets open. I know Tyreek Hill, if we have the speed differential between the two, gets wide open. We'll look for Travis Kelce. Snap the ball. We'll see what he does right there. He beats his man. You can see because there's a curl flat out there. Most people won't just play curl flat stock. Seldom do they ever play him stock. They'll often drop them to 20-25. And so you can take check downs almost every single time, guaranteed. Okay, this is just without doing those coaching adjustments. So we'll look for Alvin Kamara right here. He beats his man to the inside, off the races you go. And with backfield mismatch or whatever it's called, you can essentially throw it right at a user linebacker and ag him. That's how broken this ability is. Pretty darn simple. It's consistent. Now, let's talk about those guys that don't have running back apprentice like myself on my MUT team, okay? First, I kind of regret not having it, but then again, I don't, because I wouldn't use it often enough because there's other routes you can use. For those guys that don't have it, first, we can put him on an out route or a option route. I don't like an option route because an option route will run to the same side as Travis Kelce, and so there's just too much going on that side. So instead, we're going to put him on an out route to the left. So we're going to be running towards Tyreek Hill and Devonta Adams. Now, this kind of depends on how well he beats his man. Now, Alvin Kamara is pretty good out of the backfield with routing up linebackers, and so we don't have to worry about that all too much. We can throw it fairly consistently. So again, this is a press, shade over top, shade inside, drop these guys into curl flats, and everybody runs a defense like this. This is nothing new, okay? Snap the ball, look for Alvin Kamara. You can see right there, he gets good separation, and off the races we go. For again, obviously, if you have better run stick than me, for about 5 yards. So this is another option that you guys can use as well. Now, this is very specific, okay? You have to be able to read what they're doing on defense. So shade over top, shade inside, right? If they're shading over the top, every single one of these wide receivers, including Travis Kelce, will get a free release. That is a dead giveaway that they are shading over the top. So if you notice that, what we can now do is put Travis Kelce on either a drag or a slant, and we can start changing Alvin Kamara and putting him on an option route instead. Again, this is pending on what they are doing for shading. Most people you'll run into online, especially if you're at the lower tiers in MUT, will literally play man defense stock. So, of course, if they're playing it stock, go back to the previous setup with just a Texas route and just keep dotting them again and again and again and again until they finally get out of that man defense. So if you're playing somebody that's half decent or is shading with their man coverage, this is when you want to start taking advantage of the underneath stuff. If they shade over top, take underneath. If they really don't do any shading whatsoever, you're going to want to hit the little out route with your running back, look for the crosser, or potentially Devontae Adams. Again, just be sure you're paying attention to what they're doing. I personally don't like a slant right here. The reason being is because if they're using the crosser and the slant, it's really easy to guard both of those at the same time and eventually pass one of them off to the curl flat. On top of that, these slants compared to a drag obviously will get a little more depth than a drag would. So they may go into the realm of the curl flat or potentially a cloud flat that they have out there instead. So again, just some small things are really crucial to being able to beat man coverage. So this is one way that you can run it. Again, this is a way that you can consistently beat man coverage. If you do not have a running back apprentice, is by putting him on an option route. Oftentimes he'll cut to the outside for a pretty good gain of about 4 or 5 yards every time. Again, pretty similar to the out route left. You can see right there, because that curl flat is set to default, he's going to drop, play the flats. But as a reminder, most people won't play curl flats as a default. If they do, they're giving up a one-play touchdown. It's pretty darn simple. So again, option, Travis Kelce is going to get a free release because, again, this is just a simple shade over top. You can see right there, gain of 4 yards. If you have somebody that's faster, you can get upfield a lot quicker, and obviously you'll be able to get a little more yards out of that. So now it's just press. Okay, this is no shading whatsoever. Option route, drag. This is, again, there's no shading. This is just simple press. This time Travis Kelce will get bumped. Okay, he will get a press, and you'll see there's a very big difference. You can see right there, huge difference between two. Low point pass, gain of 4 yards. We could also wait for the crosser. We can also wait for the Z route to get open. Again, the Z route is kind of a 50-50 behind it, but if he does beat his man coverage, it is a one-play touchdown. So that's going to take care of the video, guys. A really simple way to be able to beat man with or without running back apprentice. It's going to be a lot easier if you do have running back apprentice because you can hit them with the Texas route. Be careful about that. I want to make one final warning. Most people will look for a Texas route out of a spread set like this. It's almost guaranteed that there's a Texas route, and if you're going against a good user, they will pick you off. So if they start picking up on that tendency, start trying to bait them into lurking you on the angle route, but instead take them over the top with either the crosser, the zig underneath, or the little Z route instead. So guys, that's going to take care of this video. Again, brand new. We got a brand new scheme out for you guys if you decide to be a member today, of course. So check that out. And until next time, guys, get in the lab. This has been T Meister. See ya.